Hello and welcome to Infinite Ruins. This is another incremental game which is about mining in a seemingly endless area, and it is extremely satisfying. If you want to check it out, there is a link in the description. I believe there is a demo available right now. I am very much looking forward to this. This is one of the better incremental games that I've played recently, maybe even my favorite. It might even be my favorite. I don't know. I've been, for some reason, I don't know why, but I've been playing a lot of incremental games recently, and some of them I haven't played on the channel. You know, some of them I just play off screen, and if I feel like they're not a good fit, then I don't do it. But generally, this is one of the better ones, if not the best, and you're going to get to see why that is. Obviously, it very much depends on how you want to be. If you want a bit more automation, or if you want a bit more hands-off kind of situation, then, you know, there are different ways to go about it. Now, here we go. This is it. This is all automated in regards to the attack, so you don't have to, you know, break your mouse button or anything like that, which I very much appreciate. I hate that. I find it very annoying when you have to, you know, spam click and stuff like that. That's me personally. That's just a huge pet peeve of mine, but that is not the case here. This is all automated in this respect. I am moving the mouse, by the way. This is definitely me moving the mouse and everything, and I am just trying to gain as many upgrades as possible, as fast as possible. So what we're going to do is we're just going to break all of this. It does take 3 hits for us to destroy any of these earth blocks right now, but that is going to change very, very dramatically. So this is our upgrade tree. You know, you may be thinking, wow, there's only one upgrade. No, there isn't. There are many upgrades, and you're going to get to see exactly why very, very soon. Boom, look at that. More upgrades unlocked immediately. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some more resources. Thank you very much. Let's get some of that. Thank you. And here we are. Now, one of the greatest things about this game is that it feels so effortless when it comes to clearing blocks. It doesn't feel like a chore to me. It doesn't feel like, oh yeah, this is that's kind of annoying, or the scaling is wrong or off, or it takes too long for me to get this, or anything like that. I feel like they've got a really good balance with this. And I don't know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a great deal. I don't want to be playing an incremental game, and I don't want to be waiting for 15 minutes until I get my second upgrade. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to see my numbers go up, because that's the whole point of the game, you know? I want to see my numbers go up. I want to have fun, you know, seeing what kind of craziness we can get up to. And this game goes all the way. Oh yeah, it goes all the way to 11, as you might expect if you want to, you know, have a nice little reference there. But yeah, anyway, as you can see right here, we do have this, which is a rock golem. That is our automation, right? That is basically part of our automation here. So if you're not wanting to be as hands-on, then you can summon some of these rock golems. Now, this is not necessarily going to be a fully hands-off experience. You will need to use your pickaxe quite a bit, but it isn't necessary. I would say it isn't necessary for you to do that if you don't want to, but I'd say it definitely will help you quite a great deal. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to increase the damage a little bit here. Going to get some more rock fragments and stuff like that, because we are going to need rock as a resource. And now I am actually attacking horizontally as well. So as you can see, we're now getting even more damage from the pickaxe, because we are now able to do splash damage in a horizontal direction. Once we get 600 earth, we're then going to be able to upgrade to a vertical. So then we're going to have a plus icon in the formation, basically. So our pickaxe is going to then have plus icon, and then the upgrade after that, we're going to be able to attack diagonally. So then we're going to have a complete square in regards to around our pickaxe, which is, in my opinion, fantastic. That is going to be extremely fun for us. And indeed, you can mine anywhere, by the way. You don't have to mine at the very top of the mine. As you can see right here, I can literally go wherever I like. But obviously, if you want to move downward, as you can see, you can go all the way down here. This is as far as I can go, because the camera doesn't allow you to go any further. Of course it's not. It's not going to allow you to go any further. But yes, now we have the ability to get the rock golem. So let's do it. There you go. We got a rock golem straight away. You can upgrade the rock golems as much as you so desire. I am not going to be upgrading them any further right now, because what I want to do is I want to get the vertical thing in just a second. Let's actually, yeah, I need 20 stone to be able to get one of the rock golems anyway, so let's try and see if I can maybe specifically target some of these stone formations here, just so that I can get the automation going on. There we go. All right, we got our first rock golem. There he comes, and he's going to be smashing a lot of the blocks that you see here. Now, the AI for the golems is actually pretty interesting, because basically what it does is it will target the highest block, right? It will target the highest elevation of block on the level. So if you want to be very, very efficient with the movement of your golems, then what you're going to do is you're going to try yourself to manually get rid of as many blocks that are high up as possible on the one side of the mine. Because you don't want your golem to be traveling from one side of the map to the other, because that's going to waste valuable mining time, right? So generally what I'm doing, as you can see right here, is I'm covering one side of the mine myself, and the golem is going to be covering the other side. Of course, I shouldn't really be doing this all by myself, or you should actually just get endless excavation right here, and then we are probably going to be getting 1.5k as well, which allow us to do diagonal damage too, which is definitely going to be useful. However, we should probably be getting some more stuff here, so I'm going to be getting some upgrades there. Let's get some more speed. Let's get some more rock fragments. There we go. That sounds pretty good. So now we are attacking in a plus symbol, like I said. And hopefully we're going to be able to get some more rock here, because the more that we can get, the more golems we can get. And it's going to be pretty incredible once we actually get that. It's going to be really, really fun once we get that. So let's actually see. Yeah, we can increase the capacity. We can get another rock golem right there. I'm aiming to get around 6 to 8 rock golems. And then we're going to be getting other types of golem, if you can believe it. Yeah, we're going to be getting other elemental types of golems. So we're going to be getting things like ice golems and fire golems. And I don't even know what other stuff they have. They have planned, because I actually completed the demo earlier, and I was just blown away by how satisfying and how fun it actually ended up being. Because I initially thought, yes, this is looking great, with the pickaxe and everything. I like the fact that the upgrades feel impactful, and I didn't even realize that we were going to be getting these little guys, going around attacking things automatically and stuff like that. And the amount of synergy that you have available there as well is actually quite staggering, because these guys actually work together very, very well. The ice golems specifically are probably one of my favorites, just because they basically what they do is they create ice blocks, right? They create ice blocks, and when you shatter the ice blocks, it creates a sort of like reverberation effect. So it's kind of like an ice earthquake, really. And what it does is it will do damage around the ice block, and it's pretty fun. And the fire block is a similar thing, but it does damage instead of... it does damage over time, shall we say. I personally like that a great deal too. Anyway, let's get this. There we go. We've now got the diagonal, so we're now going to be doing even more damage there. And I'm actually going to be increasing my pickaxe's damage. There we go. And let's get some more resources from that. Let's increase our speed. Let's increase the speed of our golems as well. And there we have it. So now look at this. Look at what we're able to do now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be helping my golems to advance. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just do damage to the blocks underneath them. I have found this to be quite effective. Obviously, I do have to be remaining a little bit aware of where they're currently at, and I need to make sure that they're not going to travel all the way over to the other side of the screen, because that's going to waste their travel time rather dramatically. However, we can increase the capacity, and we can get even more of them. Look at this. I can increase the capacity so dramatically that we've got now 5 of them, which is really, really nice. And now we can, I'm going to increase my speed a little bit more, increase the damage that the golems do by 50%. We can even now get them the ability to have a percentage chance to drop a bomb every single time they attack. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So as you can see, there's a bomb right there. Very, very cool, right? And the bomb can actually be upgraded as well. So what we're going to get is we're going to get bombs that will then start doing even more damage. They will then start absolutely destroying pretty much everything in sight. They're going to do some really big explosions and everything. Really nice damage from that. And of course, you do have these little random portals that seem to spawn, and as far as I'm aware, they basically just absorb resources from you. I actually don't know what they're supposed to do. I assume they just steal resources, and that's pretty much it. But it is kind of annoying to get those kinds of things happening. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so you can see here, shapes the blast into a focused cross, damaging blocks in all 4 cardinal directions. So if you want to do that, you can. You can also increase the explosive damage from them. You can also do this. I actually have no idea what to really do here. I think we're probably just gonna do unstable matter a little bit here. Let's try to do explosive charge increase. Let's increase their speed as well a little bit. And then we're just going to go for it. And I'm actually going to just go randomly. I'm just going to go randomly all over the place here. Just try to inflict as much damage as possible to pretty much everything. Because as we see here, our golems are going to start going through the majority of our higher level blocks. And they're going to go through them pretty quickly. And that, I think that seems like the most effective, but I could be wrong about that, obviously. Let's face it. There are probably a multitude of different ways, a multitude of different strategies that you can really go for here, because it very much depends on if you want to help your golems yourself, or whether you want to prepare the lower depths, shall we say, for them. Because obviously you can weaken some of these blocks, because obviously, as you can see by the little lightning bolt kind of cracks and stuff like that that seem to be appearing in the ground, those things, that basically just indicates that they're weakened, right? So yeah, then you can actually start doing some stuff there. So I'm just going to go to the upgrades. Let's have a look. Okay, so we can get rock. This increases our rock golem capacity and actually unlocks a number of extra things. So you can see here, you fracture stone along hidden fault lines. Rock blocks yield increased resources. So we could do that if we wanted to. I think we will do that, and then we'll do a little bit more speed, a little bit more bomb damage, bomb radius. Yeah, there we go. And then, as you can see, the ruins shift. Heat and cold do not coexist peacefully. What you choose will shape what follows. So in other words, you can go for ember depths. Heat pulses beneath the stone, smoldering ember blocks begin to appear. Or you can go for frozen depths. As stillness settles in the ruins, frozen blocks begin to appear. When destroyed, they shatter and damage nearby frozen blocks. So for me personally, I took frozen depths beforehand, but this time around, I'm going to take ember depths because I think it could be fun to try something a little bit different, but it worked really nicely to take frozen depths before. I thought it was really fun. But yeah, as you can see, we now have extra block types, so you can see that we've got these rock formations here that will give us more stone when we destroy them. They are a little bit tougher to deal with. So they are going to take a bit more time for us to go through, basically. But we are going to increase our capacity here, try to get a little bit more, a couple more rock golems. Just going to get another one of those. Generally, as many of the rock golems as we can get, that is what we need. We need to try to get as many of them as possible. Obviously, as time goes on, we're going to be getting 1,500. We need 1,500 rock, or 1,500 stone, as it might be, to be able to unlock the next resources that we're going to be gaining, and hopefully that's going to make a big difference. I would like to try to get that as soon as possible, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, what do we want? Let's try to go with more damage for the rock golems. I think that's probably going to make sense. They're doing 31.5 damage. In comparison, my pickaxe does 17.6, so they do actually pack quite a bit of a punch. Unfortunate for them that they are a little bit slow when it comes to attack speed in comparison to our pickaxe, but that's okay. We don't really need to worry about that. As I've said, we just need to get to 1.5 with our stone, and then we're going to be in a great position because we're going to be going for ember blocks, and those ember blocks will be damaging everything around, and it's going to be insane. It's going to be so nice. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about once we get there, but look at how satisfying all of this is. It's really nice. Okay, so here we go. Ember depths, let's do it. Let's get, yeah, we can start to get fire golems and stuff like that now as well. There we go. Fire golems done. And now we can start getting fire golems. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get our first fire golem. And there he comes. He is a very slow moving individual. So that's obviously not exactly great. But, you know, that's how it's going to have to be. And we're going to try and destroy all of these ember blocks. And later on, oh yeah, ember blocks become so good. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about very, very soon, because they have this upgrade called Wildfire, and basically what it does is it sets blocks on fire. It literally sets them on fire, and it allows them to do damage over time. And as far as I can tell, at least back then, it actually dealt about 10 damage per tick, which I have to admit I do think is extremely highly damaging. So I'm very, very pleased about that. Here we go. Unlocks chain mining. Rapidly destroying blocks builds a chain that boosts resource gains. Slow down and lose your momentum. Very, very useful. We're also going to be getting yeah, Eternal Flame. As you can see, burning blocks remain ignited for longer and stuff like that. Yeah, there's so much really, really cool stuff here. We're going to try to get excavation momentum. That's going to be very, very powerful for us. Let's try to get some more rock as well. And here we go. So as you can see in the top left, there is our chain. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to maintain 200% increased resources. This is where things are going to start going crazy, because every single time we do any damage with our pickaxe, we're going to be increasing our chain, and it is going to just maintain the 200% additional resources, which I'm very much looking forward to. So we're just going to get a couple more of these. And here we go, the Ruins Awaken. So we've just gotten Frenzy. So there is a buff known as Frenzy that you'll get after you maintain a chain for a certain period of time. I actually don't know what Frenzy does. I can assume maybe it increases the attack speed or increases the amount of something you get. I don't really know. I have no idea what the Frenzy actually does, but all I know is that it's a good thing. So so that's kind of what you want to get, right? You want to get the good stuff. You want to get the good stuff. So I'm trying my best on that. Let's try and see what we can do here. Okay, so yes, we could get Ember Resonance here. As you can see, when an Ember block is destroyed, nearby blocks ignite. That's extremely good. We are probably going to... There we go. Wildfire. That's it. The fire spreads sideways. Spreading fire now also ignites the blocks to the left and right. I mean, how can you say no to that? That sounds really good. Let's try to increase our resource gains here. There we go, more of this, more of that. Just try to get as many upgrades as possible. And this is now going to go crazy, because look at this. Look at the fire. It now starts spreading everywhere. And if you can get even more of this, look at this. Look at the fire. It spreads everywhere, and you can get even more upgrades in that regard as well. So you are going to have a great time. It's going to be absolutely insane, actually, how good this actually turns out to be. So... burn damage is increased. We can now also go for frozen depths as well, by the way. So basically what you're going to start seeing is you're going to start seeing actual ice blocks, and those ice blocks are going to make a huge difference too. So it's actually kind of crazy what you're going to start seeing. You're going to start seeing these crazy combos where you'll have a frozen block, activate a fire block, and then the fire block will set everything else on fire around it, and then the fire will eventually spread to more frozen blocks, and then you're going to start seeing these crazy combinations over and over again. I mean, look at what's happening right here. Look at this. Look at how insane this is. Absolutely amazing. Really fun to see these kinds of things happen. So let's go for more wildfire right here. This is now going to spread to 8 surrounding blocks, if you can believe it. And we're going to go for more attack speed there, more bomb damage. Let's go for frozen depths as well. Might as well. Let's get frozen priority. Rock golems now target frozen blocks first. We can get an ice golem too. Let's get shatter radius, lightning. Lightning is also a thing. As you see here, the sky answers your excavation. Your actions have a chance to summon a lightning strike that tears through a vertical line of blocks. How can you say no to that, right? And now we can get more stuff like that. We can do this, extra damage to frozen blocks and everything, and we're going to start seeing some really crazy combinations. Yeah, so there we go. Now we are, yeah, look at this. So now we've got frozen blocks, and these frozen blocks are going to explode, you know, outward, like I said beforehand, and they're going to do damage. And as I said, they are going to inflict damage to these ember blocks, and then the ember blocks are going to set fire to everything around them, and it's going to be crazy. So yeah, that's kind of the whole deal here. Let's go for some more. Let's go for some ice golems. Might as well, right? And let's go for another ice golem here. Another ice golem. I kind of like the ice golems a little bit more than the ember golems right now because we kind of have the ability to spread fire pretty fast. I don't know whether we really... Well, it feels to me like we're actually just cooking with gas right now. So I'm not sure whether we really need to worry about anything super hardcore here. I mean, you can see here, look at how amazing this is. Okay, so let's go for ember resonance. Again, it's going to spread a great deal to everyone around us. Optimized collection is going to be very nice too. And there we have it. And we are still absolutely maintaining our chain as well. If you take a look at the chain in the top left there, we've got, there we go, it's charging the frenzy. It's charging the frenzy. So yeah, this is going to be even better. Look at how much damage we're doing. The ember block. Look at this. Look at this. Almost everything on the screen is on fire right now. Almost everything on the screen. And we are getting so many resources. And that's exactly what you want from an incremental experience. That's exactly the reason why I said to you this might be my favorite. Just purely because I've played a load. I've played a load of these incremental games and I love them. I love the genre. I think the genre is really fun. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I'm probably in my incremental era at the moment. You know, because let's face it, you know, you're going to go through certain phases in gaming in general. At least I do. And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I could really go for a really good incremental experience. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. You know, it's really enjoyable. And look at this. We can go for even more upgrades. Look at that. I can get wildfire now. Look at that. Yeah, nothing is safe. It will now spread to everything. And there we go. Okay, so we are now at the point where we are about to complete the demo, basically. Yes, we're going to be completing the demo very soon. Unfortunately for me, because I am having a whale of a time here. And we can now get additional upgrades right there. One fracture awakens another. Frozen blocks destroyed by shatter trigger additional shatter waves, creating cascading destruction. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that can happen with all of that. And I don't know whether you noticed, but I'm actually gaining resources right now without me doing anything. It's all automated now, basically, because my forces are able to trigger so many cascading effects that I don't even need to do much. I can literally just wait until my resources are collected and then just do that. Look at this. They're clearing things all by themselves. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not doing anything. I'm literally not doing anything. If I wanted to, you know, collect more resources, then obviously that's the way to go. Because obviously I could do this. We could get more expansion. Get another fire golem. I mean, why not, right? You know, why not? But look at what we're able to do. Look at this. Look at how amazing this is. Yeah. And that's exactly what... I mean, just think about how we started 20 minutes ago. We started 20 minutes ago and we had a small little pickaxe. And we were doing, you know, what was it? Like 6 damage or something, or 10 damage or whatever, to a single block. And now look at us. And obviously this is a demo, so I'm not entirely sure how the progression of the game is really going to go in a real situation, but I cannot wait for the full version. That's all I'm saying. I really cannot wait for the full version because this just gives me all the good things. I just really like this game. It's just really great. And if we can, well, I'm hopeful that they're going to release it soon because it's definitely one of those that I will definitely be playing in my spare time. You can see, look at that damage from the frozen block. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They're all on fire. They're all on fire, and they all spread. Look at this. It's all spreading downwards every single time, and you can do even more by attacking more of these ember blocks. Look at how crazy that is. And obviously the rock golems and the ice golems and all that stuff, they're all clearing everything out that the fire leaves behind. And you've got these crazy cascading effects that happen down below here as well. And look at the chain that we've got going on right now. 1,200, 1,300. And it's just immense. Look at the amount of damage we can do. And I can get more upgrades. We can get this. And how much do we have here? We got 60. Yeah, that's what is that? 30,000. Yeah, that's pretty insane. But yeah, basically we're done with the demo. We could pretty much just go ahead and just you know, buy the upgrade that ends the demo if we wanted to do that. But I kind of wanted to see what it would be like just to get full full upgrades here, but I mean, you don't really need to do that, you know, you really don't. I mean, the amount of, you can see the amount of carnage that we're currently reaping right now. It's really kind of, it's so satisfying, you know, it's just really, really fun to see that. And yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to make a video on it. It's just, yeah, come on, look at this. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And if I get 50,000 in stone, which I will very, very shortly, obviously I don't really have much to spend earth on at the moment. And kind of would hope that maybe we'd have some more to spend earth on in the full game, maybe. But, well, obviously that's a balancing issue that, you know, maybe they'll think about at some point in the future. But yeah. Because obviously, as you can see right here, most of these things only require stone now. But yeah, anyway, I could get the rest of this stuff if I wanted to, could get the rest of these upgrades and things like that, but there really is, well, there isn't much point in that. And we can do this, as you see. The ruins descend forever into the dark. There is no point beyond this, only the endless fall. And so, as you can see, the ruins have no end. Purchasing this upgrade will conclude the demo. You will lose access to this run. Are you sure you want to continue? Yeah, sure. There you go. And then you get to see a little bit more of how your golems are doing. And indeed, look at the amount of, I mean, just the amount of destruction that we can cause just purely without me even doing anything. It's so fun. And there you go, you reach the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. The ruins go deeper. New builds, new synergies, new chaos. And of course, you can wishlist it if you so desire. I'd highly recommend checking out Infinite Ruins. There is a link in the description. Wishlist it if you want to. Otherwise, I think there is a demo available, so you can also play the demo that I've played right now, and you can have a whale of a time yourself. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.